Have you ever felt like your computer has a mind of its own? Suddenly it's running slower than a snail. Weird pop-ups are everywhere, and your files just vanish. It's a nightmare scenario, but it's often the work of something tiny and invisible. A computer virus. Today, we're diving deep into the world of digital threats to understand what they are and, more importantly, how you can protect your digital life. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is a computer virus? Think of it like a biological virus. It's a piece of code that attaches itself to a program or file, and when you run that program, the virus springs into action. It can replicate itself, spread to other computers, and cause all sorts of chaos, from corrupting your data to completely crashing your system. But the term virus is often used as a catch-all for something broader. Malware? Malware is short for malicious software, and it's the big family name for any software designed to harm your computer. Viruses are just one type of malware. Let's meet some other members of this nasty family. First up, we have worms. Unlike viruses, worms don't need to attach themselves to an existing program. They are standalone troublemakers that can travel across networks on their own, looking for security holes to exploit. Remember the famous Illaveo worm from the year 2000? It spread like wildfire through email, causing billions of dollars in damage worldwide. Worms are experts at multiplying and can quickly infect entire networks of computers. Then there are Trojans, or Trojan horses. Just like the famous wooden horse from Greek mythology, a Trojan disguises itself as something legitimate and harmless. You might think you're downloading a free game, a useful utility, or even an antivirus program. But once you run it, the hidden malicious code gets to work. Trojans can do a lot of different things, like stealing your personal information, giving a hacker remote control of your computer, or downloading even more malware onto your system. The key thing to remember about Trojans is that they trick you into letting them in. Now, let us talk about two particularly sneaky types of malware that have become huge problems in recent years. Spyware and Ransomware. Spyware is exactly what it sounds like. Software that spies on you. It secretly installs itself on your computer and starts monitoring your activity. It can record your keystrokes to steal passwords and credit card numbers, track your web browsing habits to sell to advertisers, or even turn on your webcam and microphone without you knowing. It's a massive invasion of privacy, and often you won't even realize it's there, silently collecting your most sensitive data in the background. Ransomware is perhaps the most terrifying of all. This type of malware encrypts your files, your photos, your documents, your videos, and holds them hostage. The attackers then demand a ransom, usually in cryptocurrency, to give you the decryption key. If you don't pay, your files could be lost forever. Imagine losing all your precious family photos or critical work documents in an instant. Ransomware attacks have crippled hospitals, schools, and businesses, making it one of the most destructive and profitable forms of cybercrime today. So, we've met the villains. Viruses, worms, Trojans, spyware, and ransomware. It all sounds pretty scary, right? But don't worry, you are not powerless. You can absolutely fight back. Building a strong digital defense is all about creating layers of protection, just like you'd have locks on your doors and windows at home. Your first and most important line of defense is a good antivirus and anti-malware program. Think of this as your 24/7 security guard. These programs are designed to detect, block, and remove malicious software before it can do any harm. But here's the crucial part. You have to keep it updated. New threats emerge every single day, and your antivirus software needs the latest information to recognize them. Most programs will update automatically, but it's always a good idea to check and make sure it's running and up to date. Next, keep your operating system and all your software updated. Whether you use Windows, macOS, Android, or iOS, developers are constantly releasing security patches to fix vulnerabilities that malware could exploit. When you see that update available notification, don't ignore it. Those updates are your friends. The same goes for your web browser and any other applications you use. An outdated piece of software is like an unlocked door for hackers. Now, let's talk about your behavior online, because you are a huge part of your own security. Be smart about what you click and download. If you get an email from an unknown sender with a strange attachment, don't open it. If a website offers you a free movie or a piece of software that normally costs money, be suspicious. These are classic ways that malware spreads. Trojans, Remember, they rely on tricking you! Always download software from official websites or trusted app stores. Phishing scams are another major threat. These are fraudulent emails, texts, or messages that pretend to be from a legitimate company like your bank or a social media site. They'll try to create a sense of urgency, saying your account is compromised or you've won a prize, to trick you into clicking a malicious link or giving up your login credentials. Always double-check the sender's email address and hover over links to see where they actually lead before you click. If in doubt, go directly to the company's website yourself instead of using the link in the email. Another powerful tool in your arsenal is using strong, unique passwords for all your accounts. I know! It's a pain to remember them all. But using password 1234, everything is just asking for trouble. A strong password should be long, with a mix of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. And please, don't reuse passwords. If one site gets breached, attackers will try that same password on all your other accounts. A password manager can be a lifesaver here. It can generate and store complex passwords for you, so you only have to remember one master password. For your most important accounts, like your email and online banking, enable two-factor authentication, or 2FA. This adds an extra layer of security. Even if a hacker steals your password, they still won't be able to log in without the second factor, which is usually a code sent to your phone. It's one of the single best things you can do to protect your accounts. Finally, let's talk about backups. Backups are your ultimate safety net, especially against random. If your files get encrypted and you have a recent backup, you can just wipe your computer and restore your data without paying a dime to the criminals. You can back up your files to an external hard drive or use a cloud backup service. The key is to do it regularly. Make it an automatic, scheduled part of your routine. So, to recap, keep your software updated, use a reliable security suite, be cautious about clicks and downloads, use strong and unique passwords with two-factor authentication, and back up your important data. It might sound like a lot, but once you build these habits, they become second nature. Protecting yourself from computer viruses and malware isn't about being a tech genius. It's about being informed, cautious, and prepared. By taking these simple steps, you can navigate the digital world with confidence, knowing you've built a strong fortress to protect your valuable information. Stay safe out there. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more tips on tech and online safety. See you in the next one!